Have you ever been discriminated against because of the color of your skin?
No.
No. No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 No.
No.
No. No.
No.
Have you ever been left out because of your gender in the classroom?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Have you ever been left out for your gender in the classroom?
No. No.
No.
Growing up, like being in school, there were times whereby like teachers would like kind of like treat me differently than like other kids. Like I could have like the same exact test score and they kind of like look at me in like a negative type of way where they'd look at like other kids of like white races like in a more positive sense. So yeah.
And have you ever been left out because of your gender in the classroom?
I mean, like, there are times whereby, like, in class, I do feel left out in the sense of, like, I take, like, AP Gov, and sometimes, like, the class is, like, majority women, and, like, I'm part of, like, that majority, and, like, there are times whereby, like, people around, when they hear AP Gov, they immediately think, like, who's gonna be the lawyers, who's gonna be the politicians, and they look at, like, the men in the classroom, even though it's mostly women, and it's, like, harder, especially, like, when you're, like, a black girl. You're not even considered to be a politician. You're not even like considered to be a lawyer or anything like that. So yeah.
As a teacher, what injustices have you witnessed in school related to race and/or gender?
Well, I've only seen one or two real instances that need to be addressed in which language or tone or isolation was used, but I also know that a lot goes on that we do not see, and that the racism that goes on isn't overt with using words or epithets, but rather subtle exclusion, or even the idea of not referring to certain questions somebody else brings up, and even subtle things like, you got good hair, or can I touch your hair, that type of things when it's really inappropriate to somebody. With gender, it's usually more inappropriate comments which usually are intended as some sort of flirtation or somebody being funny, but in fact the person receiving the comments often finds themselves feeling very hurt or even very, very uncomfortable, even though the person saying this may not be aware of it. So it's never anything right there in your face. It's usually something underneath the radar, but can make for a hostile environment, or at least an uncomfortable environment.